So this is, what did we say was number 4 from 12, 2? I'll show you how to think about it. If it didn't have the 4 here and it didn't have the negative there, what would z equals x squared plus y squared be? If it were z equals x squared plus y squared, it would be an elliptic paraboloid opening up, like a bowl shape or a satellite dish shape opening up, right? Okay. So what does the negative do? It's going to flip it. Z is x squared plus y squared. If you take the opposite of z, you get the an upside down version of that bowl. You turn the bowl upside down. Does that make sense? And then what happens if you add 4 to it? You shift the whole graph up 4 because you're adding 4 to the z value of the previous graph, if you want to think of it in steps like that. So basically, this is a paraboloid opening down, and you have to cut it off somewhere. Hey, why not cut it off as z equals 0? What would the trace look like? Well, it would look like an ellipse or a circle in this case. Darn it. Hold on. So it would be paraboloid opening down. Does everybody agree with that statement? Okay. And then we're actually asked to draw the space bounded by the surface z equals 4 minus the quantity x squared plus y squared. Okay, that's what I pictured there, and I've cut it off because it keeps going down, right? And out and getting wider in all directions. Okay, z equals 0 is just a horizontal plane. In fact, it's the xy plane, right? So I think it makes sense to make the height here of this trace at z equals 0. And then you've got it. The region we're talking about is the interior of that capped off. You're capping it off with the xy plane. And the interior of that is the region we're talking about. Okay, well, if you want, we can put in the vertex is going to be here. And, of course, the z-axis will go right through it like that. And then really doesn't matter how you orient it, so just keep the right-hand rule in play. I'll make this, I switch between the positive x and positive y. I'll make this, to keep the right-hand rule in play, I'll have to make that positive x coming out at you, right? And then what would this, it would be a good idea to be able to find this vertex. What would that be? Yeah, this is the z-axis, so the vertex would be at 0, 0, 4. If you needed to find the equation of that trace, what would you do? You would set z equal to 0, right? Because the xy plane has equation z equals 0. Is that clear why that would be true? So you're gonna replace z with 0 to get the equation of that trace. And you'll get 0 equals 4 minus the quantity x squared plus y squared. But that's the same if you add the x squared plus y squared to both sides as x squared plus y squared equals 4. So that trace right there is a circle centered at the origin. What's the radius? 2. Okay. So if I asked you for the intercepts, or you wanted to put in some hash marks, you would say that this intercept right here has to occur at 2, 0, 0, or you would just put in the hash marks and not even say anything. It's pretty clear you're going by ones there, right? And then back here, if you drew in the negative x-axis back here, there would be an extra hash mark there, extra hash mark there. So it's really easy to come up with the intercepts here. What would for instance, just to test you, what would the coordinates of that point be? So the x value is 0. The y value is at negative 2 because this is positive y over here. And, of course, z is 0 by design, right? Does that help? And that was just a for instance. You should be able to come up with all those intercepts, right?